Hello, this is Selwyn Ramsay reporting for Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, NewsWars.com. I'm bringing you a topic today that might seem trivial. It's on water. I'm using clips from a documentary film. Alex once said that documentary film is the best way to wake people up, bar none. In the Matrix movie it was said, one cannot be told what the Matrix is, one has to see it for oneself. And that is exactly what you have to do. See what I am going to show you. Cannot express it in words. The language, you will see why what you are about to see cannot be expressed in words. We know water supply is terribly contaminated. Filters can help us in removing some contaminants, but as you will see, the structure of water is more important, or as important. There are devices that can structure water. I have one here, I use it under my ProPure filter. It's a board with copper coil with structured water inside. I also have a pendant. There are other things that can structure water. But friend or foe, liberal or conservative, this is a way to reach out to others and show them that they too have power, not only the elites. And just by intention, you can shape our reality.
Had our ancestors guessed this when they used silver vessels to turn ordinary water into healing water?
It is today the best antibiotic that is made, as good in Afghanistan and Iraq. The American army uses this water, 1 atom per 100 million, to kill all the germs in a wound. So the President of the United States uses this water to keep infectious bugs from his hand. So I said, how can this water be?
As it records information, water acquires new properties, yet its chemical composition remains unchanged.
So their theory was the chemical composition of the water is important. Now the sensational news is that that is nonsense. The structure of water is much more important than the chemical composition.
I hope to show people through my research that water has a memory of its own. Dr. Emoto's laboratory does research on water samples, which are subjected to various forms of outside influence. The impressions made upon the water are recorded by swiftly freezing it in a cryogenic chamber. This is what water heated in a microwave oven looks like. This is the effect of a mobile telephone. Somebody said thank you to this water. Excuse me. You disgust me. The Christian prayer. The Buddhist prayer. The Muslim prayer. Idiot. I hate you. Laboratory containers of water were inscribed with hieroglyphs denoting words and the names of well-known people. Love. Hope. Soul. Mother Teresa. Hitler. Dr. Emoto's numerous experiments aimed at finding the word that cleanses water most powerfully have shown that it is not just one word, but a combination of two. Love and gratitude. With modern technology, it is possible to structurize water artificially. When seeds were grown under laboratory conditions using this kind of water, The soy sprouts had 6 times greater photon radiation than when ordinary water was used. Using structurized water makes vegetables ripen faster and increases the amount of useful microelements and vegetable proteins several-fold.
If we look at the shoots, the treated ones were long, even, and strong, while the untreated ones were short, thin, and weak. If we look at the plants today, those from the selected seeds have all ripened, but the ones from non-selected seeds have not. We have to say that using structurized water really does affect the growth of vegetables and fruits.
For the purposes of irrigation, 20% less of this type of water is needed than when using ordinary water. No fertilizer was added to the soil or the water. The chemical composition remained the same, H2O. The only thing that had changed was its structure. At the present time, scientists can answer the question of how this happens, but science does not yet have an answer to the question of why.
We subjected water to super-weak magnetic field impulses. These fields are tens of thousands of times weaker than the Earth's natural magnetic field. That means they are negligibly small from the standpoint of modern science.
Fish were introduced into water that had been treated in this way, and the fish soon produced an unusual hatch of small fry. They differed radically from other fish to which they were related, though they looked as much alike as twins.
Gray stripes appear on the belly of all these males at once, along with colored spots, which had not been observed previously. These are called phenotype changes, and it is of fundamental importance that these changes appear not just in some of the treated fish, but in all of them at the same time. And these phenotype changes that we caused are not a hypothesis. They occurred in practice.
The experiment resulted in changes not only in the outward appearance of the fish, but also in their behavior. They began to react to outside stimuli in the same way. It was as if the whole school had acquired a collective mind.
If water has such a strong effect, that is, we shouldn't make it public without thoroughly studying this.
That may change.
Let us see how this type of water affects human blood. The doctor is drawing blood from a patient's finger. Using a special microscope, we shall be able to see the condition of her body from this drop.
These are red blood cells, and they've lost their electrical charge, so they're all stuck together in a formation called a rouleau. Here's a huge symplast. Symplasts are associated with heart disease and arthritis and lung disease and many other conditions that could be coming in the future.
The doctor asks the patient to drink a small amount of structured water. After 12 minutes, the doctor again draws blood from the patient and studies it.
So you can see that the cells then become buoyant, they become slippery, and they have their electrical charge, so they repel each other. That allows them to carry oxygen, and it means that we're changing the pH of the blood back to an aerobic environment rather than an anaerobic environment. I think that's utterly amazing that just drinking water could do that.
So as you can see from the clips, water may not be what you think it was. And I encourage you to watch the entire documentary called Water, the Great Mystery. I'll put a link below. A quick plug, these are some UV t-shirts. They're white. Infowars could make their own variety, and I've got some snake tin in color. And of course, the coinage. There's a great quote from June called "Control the coinage and control the courts, let the rabble have the rest." Well, they have the courts for a long time. We are now retaking it, and the coinage, we know about it from the Federal Reserve Bank and central banks worldwide. So they had control the coinage and courts, but now can we take it? So I ask you, who is the rabble and who is the ruled? This is Selwyn Ramsay reporting for Infowars.com. Thank you.